Here at the Eshleman Fruit Farm in Clyde, Ohio, apple lovers can choose from many different varieties, including Red Delicious to Fuji to even Melrose. But the rage this year, it's the Honeycrisp. This is a sweet yet tart apple that folks around here just can't get enough of.
Our main crop is apples. We grow about 150 acres of apples. We probably got at least 30 varieties, but the main varieties are Golden Delicious. That's probably our biggest variety. Red Delicious, very limited. Macintosh is probably coming up to be our second leading variety. Honeycrisp is popular right now because it tastes so good. We're going to plant more of those. Apples, they start in July and run the harvest until about Granny Smith time, about the first week in November. We leave them on the trees as long as we can. If things go well, it's very enjoyable. If they don't go well, it's really difficult.
This time of year it gets really hectic because of the school tours going on up here. Besides the retail sales, the guys are picking apples, plus they're packing apples. So I think middle September to the end of October is probably our busiest time because we're working 7 days a week for 4 months straight with no days off. But this time of year you work no matter what.
We start the harvest in July and they spot pick the cream of the crop at that time, and we leave the other stuff on, and that starts about in July. Lodi is one of the varieties that everybody was growing Lodi because it was the first early apple, and it's called a harvest apple. And then we really get started heavy harvesting with Gala and Honeycrisp. They usually start the end of August, the 1st of September. And September and October are our busiest months for picking and shipping wholesale. And the harvest ends with Fuji and Granny Smith in late October, early November.
We're on the mailing list. We have email address. So it's long hours. This time of year I just can't wait till the 1st of November gets here.
The pickers will bring them, since it's right here, they'll bring them into the packing house. And they go to a conveyor that picks them up and starts them through a process where they get washed and dried. We probably retail less than 10% ourselves. And then we wholesale to other farm markets about 20 to 30%. And then the balance is wholesaled to the large wholesale buyers like Kroger's. Most of our apples are sold right here in Ohio, like in Cleveland, Worcester, Columbus, and our small wholesale farm markets, probably a 30 or 40 mile radius of this area.
We do leave our market open during the winter. It's on self-serve. The people can come and bag their own apples and put the money in the can. And a lot of people find that amazing yet, but most of the people in the smaller town, we don't have a problem with that.
The Eshleman Fruit Farm has a reputation for high-quality produce, and that didn't happen by accident.
We try to pick just the best fruit. They can come in and pick the best fruit and leave the smaller ones that are on the inside of the tree that don't ripen as fast or that bloomed a little later or they're not getting as much sunlight, and wait for those to sweeten up and color up and grow a little bigger, and then we pick them the second time. It's called color picking or spot picking, and that really improves the quality of the apples.
Irma Cruz Lopez has been working on the Eshleman farm for several years. She knows exactly which apples to take and which to leave.
3 inches. If it's under 3, we leave it in the tree.
We pay extra for that. It takes more time. Working on a farm is tough work. Most people won't do it. They don't like walking through the wet grass in the morning and fighting the mosquitoes.
What makes places like the Eshleman special? Many people value that direct contact with the grower.
I think it's important to keep it a family farm because then we have the one-to-one with the people. They're not just coming to buy the fruit, but they're coming to see us and to talk to us, and they want to know how the kids are doing, and it's like we're part of their family because this is where they want to come to get good produce. It's taken us many years to get it up to where it is now. We planted thousands and thousands of trees, A lot of those were all grafted by us, and you know, we put a lot of work into this farm. And we have a lot of customers that have been coming for a long time.
People can come and pick them. You know, the customers will come in and say, oh, those apples are so good. Washington State is still selling 2004's apple crop. People can come out and pick a, you know, a nice fresh apple that's really crisp and juicy. Oh, these taste good. So they remember that flavor. My favorite is probably, that's kind of a loaded question because I think of which one sells, but just for taste, oh golly, Golden Delicious tastes great. I think maybe Golden might be my favorite.
It takes a real commitment to build a farm like this. The Eshlemans hope the reputation they've cultivated will continue to grow. It's that time of year. Across Ohio, people are getting reacquainted with fresh, crisp apples right off the tree. And if you like fruit, it just doesn't get any better than this.